My name is Iwona, and today I will show you how I retouch my portraits in Lightroom very fast. Recently they changed something in Lightroom. They added those masks which detect the person and the face and eyes and so on, and that on one hand can make your work faster, but doing that all detecting every time you're editing a photo can take a lot of time, because once it takes time to just detect the person and then to create each mask individually. And that's why I created my own preset, which makes it very fast. And today I will show you how I created the preset step by step, and then you can download the preset from the links below this video. And I will take you to my website, and then you will find a link to download it for free. While you're on my website, please take time to check my tutorials and other products for photographers, such as overlays. I have lots of tutorials where I teach how I edit my photos from the profile to the ready effect that you can see on my portfolio on Instagram and Facebook and so on. So I hope that you enjoy this tutorial, and I hope that will make your work with portraits faster. One thing that I have to mention before I start showing you how I do that stuff, this is more for an outdoor photo where you're shooting with a shallow depth of field. This is not for a studio portrait where you're trying to show somebody's skin texture, because this is actually going to lower down skin textures. But it works great for my kids' portraits, and also if I have a mom and a child on an outdoor session, that also does a very good job with softening her skin and bringing up her eyes and so on, if she's got a really good makeup. Of course, if you have some kind of like blemishes or something, you will have to remove it by hand. This is just going to fasten, this is just going to make that whole process a little faster for you. So I have this image of this girl ready in Lightroom right now, and first thing, we're just going to create a first mask. I'm just going to wait until Lightroom detects her face. Okay, we've got her face detected, and I'm just going to click on that person, and it's going to show me a list of her features. And we're going to select face, skin, and body skin first, and create our first mask. And I'm going to name this mask Skin. And for this one, I'm just going to lower down the texture. And that's it. Just like -50. And I'm not worried about the number right now, because that might change. If I apply this preset later on to other photos, this amount may change anyway, so I'm just trying to make something that I use the most of the time, and I think most of the time I use the texture around -50. Another mask is going to be for her eyes. I'm going to select those two, just like the entire eye, and create a mask, and I'm going to call this Eyes. And for this one, it's going to bring up the texture and a little bit of clarity. Not too much clarity, because clarity may also darken down eyes that are already very dark. And another one is going to brighten the eyes, so I'm going to select only iris and pupils of the eyes, and create another mask which is going to brighten up her eyes here. Again, not too much, just a little bit. Good. Next mask can be for lips. I rarely do the lips that way, but I thought that it's good to have this mask. Mask can always delete it if I don't like it. So we're going to create another mask called this one Lips. And for this one, I think I want to lower down texture to make those softer, but add a little bit of clarity to bring up any shyness. And we're going to make those a little, bring up tints to make them a little more rosy and make just a little bit of saturation. If I don't like this, I can always delete that later or just lower down the amount to get this a little less of that effect. And another one is just going to be for hair. Of course, I'm going to name it hair. And for her, I like to lower down texture to make those look softer, but at the same time bring up clarity. If there is any kind of like brighter parts of her hair, just to bring them up, to get that structure of her and not to make them look stiff. And the last one is going to something for basically entire body and clothes. I want to make them more crisp, more three-dimensional. So I actually want to bring up some texture and clarity. To do that, I will make a mask for the entire person. And I'm going to name this clothes. And then subtract all the features. Right, so we got her clothes selected, just a little bit of her features as well. And we're going to bring up some clarity and texture. You can see how so crisp she looks and how she kind of stands out from the background right now. Again, don't worry about the sliders too much because you could always change them later on. And I think that's it. Those are all the masks I want to create for this preset. And now we can save this preset by clicking this plus sign here and click create preset. And then you can name. So I will name this retouch. Only masking will be included in this preset. And I'm just going to click create, and this is going to create a preset that you can download later from my website. Okay, let's see how this preset will work with other photos taken outdoors and indoors. First, I have another portrait taken outdoors. I think she's got quite good skin, she's a little darker. Oh, there's one more thing that I might do for this one, and that will be brightening of her face. So this is just going to be a radial filter, and I'm just going to add some exposure to this, and this will be just brightness. Because I tend to brighten up the faces just a tiny bit in most of my portraits anyway, so I think that will also make my work faster. I'm going to update that preset with a current setting, and then we can try to use this preset on another portrait here. So let's just click this preset and we'll see how it works. Okay, got this done very, very fast. For this one, for example, I might do this exposure just a tiny bit more. Maybe not with the highlights, because as far as I can see that her hair on this side tends to be very, very bright, so I might just bring up the shadows on this one. And of course, that's only a part of my editing process, so I will do a lot of stuff with background as well, but that made the entire retouching much faster, and I'll show you how that looks before and after adding this preset. I've got another photo here which I already started editing, so there are some filters, some masks already here, and we'll see how the preset is going to work on an image that has been already edited. So let's click on retouch here and we'll see how that works. I had mask 1 and mask 2 created before, and it added all the new masks above, so it didn't destroy anything that I did before, and I think it also worked for that indoor photo. I got another one with a more natural light here, let's zoom into her face, and again we'll use that preset and see how it works on this one. Of course, if you feel that it's softening the skin too much or it's brightening the eyes too much, you can always go to each individual mask and change the sliders to your taste, or you can remove some. For example, let's try to, for example, remove, in this case, we'll make some changes. For example, for skin, I feel like she's got very soft skin, so she doesn't need that much softening anymore. And for example, for lips, let's just not do lips in this case. So I'm just going to delete this mask, and now it's gone. It should be gone. So you can delete any mask, make changes to the masks you created, and you can add this preset to already edited file to add up to your mask that you've created before. And in my case, it actually made my work so much faster that I can focus on colors and other interesting stuff that I do to my photos without spending too much time on retouching, which is not very creative because I tend to do it the same way every time. So I hope that you will like this preset, that you will use it if you use it, and if you like it, you can always post on my Facebook group, which I'm going to link down below in the description of this video. And again, go to my website, download this preset for yourself, and take a look at my tutorials and workshops. I will be happy to see you there. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!